Still at the Nordic Game Indie Night, together with Mattias, one of the guys behind the very charming looking Spirits for the iPad. Can you tell people a bit about the concept behind Spirits?
Well, so Spirits is it's a game. You have to get the characters from point A to B in the game. It's kind of a Lemmings-esque game. We don't want to hide that, but we have a unique property, the wind, and we feel that it plays very differently. It's kind of a slow game, and it's a very creative game, we feel, for the player.
How did you decide to set the... When starting out to making the game, how did you decide on doing it for the iPad?
Well, we actually started the project as an iPhone game, and before the iPad even existed. So, but then as we got our hands on an iPad, it felt very natural on the iPad, and we decided to launch it for the iPad first. So when we did the levels, we built them for the iPad, but we built the game first on the iPhone, and then we sort of ported it back to the iPhone as well, because there's an iPhone too. So.
It always felt a bit weird when Spirits first came out, that was because you guys are Swedish and the iPad wasn't even launched here. But what's it like for a small indie developer to work on the iOS platform?
I think it's quite good. It's a very low entry level. It's very easy to get access to the stuff that you need. I mean, okay, right now it's hard to buy an iPad too, but other than that, it's kind of easy. You don't have to go through any very little approval if you compare it to Microsoft or Sony or anyone else for launching games. So,
do you think that in general the mobile machines, both of course the iOS machines and also for example Android, is that an easier way for an indie developer to get their games out there?
I mean, it's definitely easier, but it doesn't mean that you're going to make a lot of money. It's still very hard to make money on the iPhone market. There's really big companies coming in and owning the market, EA launching like 10, 15 titles in the same weekend and then putting them all on sale at the same time as they did over Christmas. They just had their game in the top 15 places. And so it's still very hard as a small team to get the attention with journalists and stuff like that. But I mean, we have one person who's basically only working on promotion in our team with 4 people, so that's it's a big part of the work.
Is that something that you feel that indie developers in general need more promotion?
I think it's something that indie developers should probably start thinking about earlier. I mean, at least if they're doing a game that they want to recoup their costs on. I mean, you can do a game. I think it's totally fine to do a game where you say like, I'm doing this, I don't expect to make any money in it. It's like it's a cool game, it's a cool project. I'm just doing it for the fun of it. But if you're doing it because you want to make money or you want to at least make a living, survive. You don't need to, make billions of money, but just survive. You need to start thinking about it early and just, figure out how to reach out, how I'm gonna make people write about this game. So yeah. So.
But have you been happy with the attention the Spirit has received so far?
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a little bit better, but I'm happy with it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.